Hey guys, it's Fitchy123 here, and welcome back to another video. This is episode number 31 of the West Ham United Career Mode. And to start off here, as you take a look at the league table, we're in 11th place. And hopefully in this episode, with 3 Premier League fixtures, we can slowly start climbing up the table before the January transfer window. So, I meant to upload this on Christmas. Actually, we play a game on Christmas in this episode, so it kind of is going along with the series and the date of time that we're in right now. And then yesterday, I was recording this video, and then my computer crashed, and I had to restart it and stuff. So then I couldn't get that out. But today, because I didn't get it out yesterday, I'll have 2 videos out. So this one will be out around lunchtime, and then the next one should be out later tonight. But the first game in this episode is one against Leicester City, of course, last year's Premier League champions. It's a pretty strong team from us, but as you'll see in this episode, we have a lot of fixture congestion, as during this Christmas period, the games are just crammed in. So I'll have to rotate my side a lot in this episode. But Leicester have a decent side. At defense, the De Silva guy, I'm not really too sure if he's capable. Other than that, it's a pretty good team, and it'll be a tough match. But hopefully you can get the win here, as you see Mahrez starting off the season well. And, if we get 3 wins this episode, to really help us out as we try to climb up this table and end off January in a pretty good position. But the first chance of this game comes to us here, as a Noble on the ball finds the goalie into Paulo Dybala, just splits the defenders, cuts her on the next one, goes to the shot, a great finish into the bottom left-hand corner, and he begins this game with a goal. So just 10 minutes in, we get the goal. Very good finish, a great pass in. He just split those 2 defenders as the ball came in here, and a good dribbling there, cut around De Silva, and finished it past Schmeichel. So great finish, good start to the game, and we get that 1-0 lead. So as I said, a good start to the match. I felt like we could beat Leicester easily, as in FIFA their team isn't that good and they lost a few players. So now a chance for Leicester as they try to respond. Musa leading the charge and going for the shot, but an easy save in the end by Riza Blaga. And as we clear the ball out, that's how the first half ends. So a good first half. We got that 1-goal lead, and hopefully you can take that positive into the second half and get this win. And it was a very cagey game, as you saw, only 2 chances from each side. So it wasn't a really attacking display in this match. And as Leicester go through here with an attack, Musa unleashes a rocket, and he finishes it past Riza Blaga from the top of the box. No chance for the keeper there, as that was just a bullet. That was one of the fastest shots I've seen in FIFA so far this year, as it just flew into the left-hand side. Good finish from Musa, and just a few minutes after halftime, Leicester get an equalizer. So it was like I wasn't looking. I was feeling pretty nervous after that goal. But as we try to go on an attack right after they score, Fuguli down this right-hand side puts a cross in. It comes to the middle of the box. Payet's there with the header, and Dimitri gets a header as they finish it past Schmeichel, and makes it 2-1. So great finish. The defenders really overcommitted. They were, going for the near post, and instead Fuguli crossed it in a little behind the defenders, and Payet's there, takes a few steps back. Good header into the right-hand side. No chance for Schmeichel, and Dimitri gets his 4th of the season. So great way to respond right after they score, getting a second goal. And as you try to search for a third, Lotan on the ball finds Dybala back into Lotan. Defenders ball watching, and as Lotan goes through, he turns really weird, and it goes to the shot, and then Schmeichel clears it away, and then he somehow gets hands on it. A little calamity in the box, but ultimately nothing happens. And the final chance of this game comes to Leicester, as Musa from a tight angle goes to the shot, from the near post, but it hits the side netting. And the referee blows for full time. So a good result, as I said. Getting 3 points in this Christmas stage is very important, as there are a lot of matches. And a good result, getting the 2-1 victory, as we progress on through into the next match, which is against Chelsea. So really big one. And it was good to take this result into that match, and very pleased with it. So the next game against Chelsea will be very difficult. We'll be playing for league position and pride, as it's a London derby. As you saw, some player contracts got accepted. I just offered them, I think, off camera, like Agbonnet, but they had about 12 months left, or 18 months left on their contract. so it wasn't anything that they could have left on a free. I just decided to do it just to extend their deals and increase their transfer value. But as I said, this game against Chelsea is a pretty big one. Just 2 days later, we have a game against Sunderland. So some of the reserve players are playing on the bench, starting on the bench today. So we can rotate the squad, and we'll have pretty much a second team out for the next game against Sunderland. But this is a huge match against Antonio Conte's side. Obviously, in real life, Chelsea are playing so well now in that new system. But in this game, they haven't done so. Actually, Ivanovic starts at left back, so a little bit of weakness there. But they still have a very strong side, Chelsea, and this will be still a very tough match. And as you'll see in the beginning, they just dominated us. But we have a pretty strong side out as well, so I'd be comfortable taking a draw. Away at Chelsea is another story about getting 3 points. So I would take a draw. And as we begin the match, it was all Chelsea in the first half. You'll see the match stats in a second. They had over 70% possession, and they get the first chance here with Costa, who turns his defender, finds Pasalic, who goes to the shot, but it goes wide of the target. Here now Chelsea with another chance as Eden Hazard on the ball, turns his defender, finds the shot comes in, it gets deflected, comes back out to Willian, into Hazard, but again the shot goes wide. And here now Chelsea breaking through again. Has a Matic on the ball here. Puts a great cross in, and Pasalic misses it again. The story of the first half. Pasalic getting the chances, but not finishing it past Arrizabalaga. And here Costa turning his defender again. But finally the first shot on target for them. But ultimately an easy save. And here now again Chelsea on the attack. We try to get it away with Ruguli. And eventually the referee will blow for halftime there. So it was all Chelsea in the first half. I was, really nervous. We couldn't really get the ball out of our half at all. As you take a look at the match stats, they had 73% possession. One of the most dominated first halves I was by in this game. But hopefully in the second half we can turn it around. As actually in the first few minutes of the game, we went on a little of a corner spree. We kept on getting corners. And this is one of the chances from as Payet finds Fuguli, but his shot going wide of the target. And here now Chelsea kept going in the second half, looking for that winning goal. As Fabregas here from the top of the box goes to the strike, but an easy save by Arrizabalaga. The shots on goal weren't really that good, but the shots, the chances that Chelsea had were pretty good, but they just couldn't put on target. There was a shot, or a header, that went on target, and a great save by Arrizabalaga. And here now Chelsea with another chance as Conte on the top of the box finds Matic. Matic finds Sturridge, who finishes it past the keeper against his former side. Celebrates against them, which was really disappointing, and makes it 1-0. So good finish by Chelsea. It was just so disappointing how he played pretty good defense this whole match. And Chelsea just had that one good passing, one-touch passing, and they got the goal. But we search for an equalizer here as Cancelo on the ball, gets around his defender, goes through, finds the ball into Mayoral, who goes to the shot. Courtois is there, but he gets taken down, and in the 84th minute, the referee awards a penalty, so we have a chance to level this match. As you see, it was a good pass, but Courtois was there. Nothing would have happened if Matic didn't take him down, but instead he awards us a penalty. So a crucial mistake by Matic, costing probably Chelsea a goal. And as Zabala steps up, finishes it past Courtois, makes it 1-1, and a great leveler. So really pleased with that. I thought maybe we could get something more out of this game, but after experiencing the first half, I definitely thought a draw was our best bet. And it was a good finish by Dybala there, makes it 1-1, and in the 85th minute we leveled the match. So very pleased with that, and I would take this result, especially after that first half performance. We had no shots on goal at all, and we come away with this game with a 1 point. So very pleased with that still. In the second half, we definitely picked it up, but I don't think really we deserved the 3 points. So I was happy to take that point, and now we can go into the game against Sunderland and hopefully look for some 3 points. And it's the player training here as well. Everyone's increasing really nicely. I put Dylan Evans in, as he looks like he has really good potential, and we'll start training him up for next season. And as we go into this final match, as you see, just 2 days later, we go up against Sunderland on Christmas Day, which would have been great if I could have uploaded this on Christmas, because it would just fit the theme. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your holidays as well. I forgot to mention that. And, hopefully you got what you wanted, or not, I guess. But the first game here is against, I don't even know why I said first game. The last game in this episode is against Sunderland. As you see, they're in 13th spot. And we're not too far away from 5th, 6th position, so a win would really help us out here. Sunderland, not the best of teams, always looking in that relegation zone. But maybe this is their season for them, as they started off pretty well and are looking to improve on previous years. It's a rotated side, as I said, other than Dybala on the bench. None of these players featured in the last match. So it's a rotated side, but I still think we can beat this Sunderland team. They probably played a match a few days ago as well, so that they're probably pretty tired, and hopefully we can come out with this win. So it might be a tough match with a rotated side. Hopefully we can get the win here on Christmas Day and come out with this game with a victory. But the first chance of this game comes to us here as Obiang on the ball gets tackled by Diligibalji, but he wins it back, finds Antonio into Lanzini. Lanzini back into Obiang. Great passing play back into Lanzini. The ball comes into Sanabria and doesn't finish it the first time. Pickford making the save, but he does the second time as he put it past the Englishman. And that makes it 1-0, so a good start to the match. Overall, we were playing pretty good in this first half. Great passing in. I was really disappointed about that first finish, how it didn't go in. We got the second one to go. So Sanabria coming on for Dybala, getting a goal, and makes it 1-0. So Sanabria actually in the Premier League has done pretty well. In the last episode you saw, I think it was the last episode, in West Brom he scored as well. But Sunderland go on the attack right after kickoff, trying to level the score. McNair on the ball finds Rodwell. Rodwell finds back McNair. We win the ball. Well, you lose it stupidly with Byram. McNair finds Sacco. Sacco back into McNair. And some good passing. A similar goal to what we scored. Has just quick passing inside the box. And Paddy McNair, the former United man, makes it 1-1. So a very poor goal to concede, poor defending. And that just started frustration in this first half as Sunderland leveled the score, and here they get another chance from the throw as Cattermole here on the ball keeps going, finds Sacco on the ball, of course formerly of West Ham, finds a great ball into Barini. Barini puts the cross into Sacco, finishes it past Arrizabalaga, and just a few minutes later Sunderland go up 2-1, so it's a really disappointing goal to concede. I didn't really show a lot, but we had so many chances in this match. Like, just Pickford was coming out with so many saves, and that was Sunderland's second shot on goal, and they scored. It was just one of those, like foot champs games that you are just so frustrated at how you lose. And as we take a look at the first match, first half stats, as you see, Sunderland just had, I think they just had 2 shots. 2 shots, 2 on goal. We had 8 shots, 6 on goal, and we only scored 1. It was just one of those games where the computer just wouldn't let us win. And as we go into the second half, maybe we can get something out of it, but it just wasn't our day. As Sunderland get another chance, Khazri on the ball, putting a cross in. We get away with Stark, but it comes back out to Sacco into Khazri, but his volley goes wide of the target. Here now the ball gets cleared away. We win it with Lanzini, who finds Lotan. Lotan into Sanabria, into Obiang. See, the passing play was so great this match as Antonio find a great ball into Obiang, and somehow he missed. Like, I think it took a deflection, but it was just one of those games where we couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. And, they were just not letting us. And Sunderland come away with the victory on Christmas Day. A huge blow to this episode. We played pretty well overall. We come out with this last match with the loss. As you see, we had 11 shots, 8 on target. Sunderland had 4 shots, 2 on target. They got 2 goals. We only got 1. Very disappointing, and just such a frustrating performance. And as you saw, league table there, we're in a decent position. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, a new episode will be out later tonight. But other than that, have a good day.